Well, hello. Today I want to share a nice little model with you that I made, and it's so important, I believe, that these incredibly powerful systems like NX or Creo or whatever you're using enable you to be creative. Now, in my mind, the CAD systems are just a enabler of the creativity that you can have in your own mind. And so my process in general is to have a nice little epiphany could come when I'm swimming or even just waking up or whatever. And then I like to hand sketch things. And then the fact that I have Siemens NX, which is an incredibly powerful CAD system to do a model, is fantastic for me. It's really a dream come true. So here's a little model I did. As you can see, there's a number of pieces of geometry here, and I thought I'd just go quickly and show you how I created it, and then I animated it. So if I Control Shift Home, it turns me back to the original entities, and then if I Control Shift Right Arrow, it shows that I made this little law curve, this arc. A law curve is so easy. You start with t equals 1 and you put in your equations. This is the law curve of a circle, which is really, really easy. It's xt equals a radius times sine of t times 360 times however many circles you want. So I have a half circle here, and then yt equals cosine r times cosine left paren t times n, which is a half times 360, and then zt equals 0. So there's the equations you need to make a circle. And then I made a line that goes from one end to the other, and then I use that line to make a helix, and the helix actually uses the law curve to define the radius. So basically I've got a helix that's mapped onto a radius, and then I mirrored it, and then I put tubes on them like that, and then I patterned them. So that's easy. So there you make a really nice little cage, and then I did a bunch of unites to unite it all together, and then I wanted to make a nice little sphere and put some words on the sphere. So I did all of that. I made some datum planes to write text onto. So I've got, here's my text. Please be creative. I wish everybody were a little bit more creative. To me, it's a huge, huge important process of solving problems in general. And I wish for a world where we had less problems. Anyway, and then I wrapped it onto a cylindrical body. So then I wrapped it onto the sphere, and then I projected. I wrapped the text onto a cylindrical body, and then I projected it onto the sphere along face normals. Then I did a divide face to divide the sphere into the different regions that I can then color differently. And then I wanted a cage that's very similar to this blue one, but only larger, that would go on the outside. So I extracted a body and I scaled it. So there is the bigger cage. And then I did some more letters. I sketched a little line segment, revolved it to make a conical surface. Then I extruded that same edge to make a cylindrical surface, and then I put a tangent datum plane on there so that I can put more text. So as you can see, there's design visionaries that I put on the cylindrical surface. I wrapped it onto the cylindrical surface. I projected it onto the conical surface, projected it onto the sphere, and then did a divide face. So that is the whole creation of the entire thing. And then of course I went into the animation package, which is fantastic. It's so easy to use. And I created rigid bodies out of the different cages. I created rigid body out of the sphere with the letters on it. I created rigid body out of the datum coordinate system so so that I could create these joints. I have a fixed joint on the datum coordinate system. I've got a revolute joint on the sphere to the coordinate system, revolute joint on cage 1, revolute joint on cage 2, and then I just put these speed motors on them. So as you can see, there's a speed motor that's 20 degrees per second. On the sphere, there's a speed motor that is 20 degrees per second on the inner cage, and there's a speed motor that is, what was it, minus 40 on the outer cage. So the outer cage turns in a different direction than the inner cage, and then you play it. How fun is that? So I am very thankful to Siemens NX for the good folks at Siemens for creating software that's this powerful and so easy to use. And I'm very thankful for this career that I have in mechanical engineering and computer-aided design. It's so much fun. I would highly recommend it to anyone who has a creative proclivity. And thanks for watching. If you appreciate this video and others, please give us a like, subscribe, and definitely share your feedback with us. We really appreciate it, and use it to make the videos even more useful and better. Thanks again.